o'clock. Do you know where your magic cards are? Well, I certainly do, and they're not in this deck. We are back in the Throwback League. Last time we pulled the most powerful, or one of the most powerful. So I figured, hey, it was really fun. We're going to try it again. Maybe we'll get like the jar deck, or even one of the counter decks would be cool. But unfortunately, we probably got one of the weaker decks in Stompy. This was a deck I played back in the day, for sure. Wasn't this exact version. Maybe it was extended. I think these are all standard decks, I believe, because this doesn't have the elephant, right? Yeah. There was the elephant where it was like a 3/3 and you'd play it for 1, sack your forest. Pretty strong. Play another forest, play a Rancor, be hitting for 5 on turn 2. Was a thing. So I guess while we wait, we're going to look a little bit at what we have here. The decks obviously we're worried about are Academy and Jar and Replenish. Control I'm not so worried about, but we'll see. We really want to be on the Wizards of the Coast coverage. Tim W. Who's Tim W? Okay. So, I mean, this is as good a keep as any. We need to wild dogs. Okay. Here we go. So this is the Suicide Black, right? Let's see. We're gonna look the Suicide Black deck up. That's Tinker, Land Destruction, Napster, Bargain. That could be Bargain. It is Bargain. Oh no. It is not Bargain. It is Jar. This is like the other broken deck. Where's Jar? Jar. Oh no, that could be this. It could be this Napster deck. Right, Rancor's good. They've got Napster doesn't play Ancient Tomb, and Jar does. Where the hell is the Jar deck? Bargain. Napster. I just don't see this deck. Oh, Tinker. Here we go. Crystal Vein. No, that's not it. There it is. Jar. Alright. I guess we have to get the Lyrist down. Because the way that they kill us is they're going to cast the Jar. So we're going to Pouncing Jaguar, Elvish Lyrist. There may have been an argument to just actually drop the Lyrist turn 1, just because. Okay, this is definitely the Jar deck. Yeah, so they're going to go Dark Ritual, Jar. Oh no, Dark Ritual, Megrim. Lotus Petal, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if Jar is their last card, then I think we lose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Because we're going to take... and he tinkers. It's Tinker. Oh, but yeah, that's it. because this is going to be, yeah, we're just going to concede. 14 times 2 is greater than our Y total. Ugh, so broken. Alright, what's the slow stuff? Overrun, River Boa, what about Albino Troll with Echo? We'll go take the trolls out. Alright, so we want Wasteland, we want Root Maze. Whenever a black card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, I can draw a card. No. Choke doesn't work. Octavia Orangutans gives Thran Foundry. No, that's not gonna work. They don't have any islands. So I guess we'll put the boas back in. Whenever a black card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, I can draw a card. I mean, he does have a fair few black cards, but it's just not really going to do it. Shuffle all creature cards. No. Yeah, we want to play first. Okay, now this can be okay. I'm going to keep this. You can see why this is the weakest deck. This is like the worst freaking deck. It's like there's nothing broken to it at all. Curse Scroll was a great card. That was the Curse Scroll really was such a undervalued card. Okay, he goes Necro. So now he's gonna like draw a bunch of cards with Necropotence. Let's see how many he's drawing. Yep. I wonder if they let the Wizards of the Coast people pick their deck. Like, is he subject to the random deck like we are? Alright, well, we don't have anything going for us here. So it looks like our play is, I mean, nothing. It's just basically Gaia's Cradle. Pouncing Jaguar. Curse Scroll. And attack for 1. I guess we're getting what we deserve right after we got the broken deck last time. Though, you know, Jar and Academy can really face off against each other. Alright, so what is it? I wonder. Okay, here we go. So the real question is, you know, what is... okay. So he doesn't really have much. Oh, he's got 2 Mox Diamonds. So he can just tinker right here for the jar. Oh no, he's got the Megrim. Okay. So we need to be able to kill him. We can hit him for 3. Yeah. Puts all those cards in his hand. Giant growth, maybe? What does that do for us? 5, 6, and then somehow... We will pay. This wasteland is just useless. Oh, Root Maze is great! Yes, sir. That is exactly what we freaking needed. Exactly what we freaking needed. Alright. Alright, what do we do here? What do we do here? 8, 7. That takes him down to 6. So we could take him down to 6. Now what we need to do is we need to play the Uktabi and the Root Maze in the same turn. And to do that, we have to use the elf mana. Right, because this is 1, 2, 3 for the Uktabi and then 1 for the Root Maze. Kill the diamond. Go to attacks. Play our trump card. So we'll be able to hit him for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically what he has in his hand right now is what he has to win with. And Root Maze wins the game. Loving it. Alright, now we're really screwed because he's going to be on the play, which... This deck, I believe, has a higher turn 1 win percentage than even Academy. This deck can just explode. I remember putting this deck together, or starting to put it together. I remember when Jar came out, and I had Jars, and I'm looking at it and whatever, and it was so fast. They realized how much they screwed up. It was, see, with Academy. Like the extended was sort of like the medium, like the middle of the road format. It's kind of like what modern is now, right? It was, I believe it's kind of started at around Ice Age or maybe a little bit before, and then just had the newer sets. They didn't really start standardizing blocks the way that they do now until Mirage Block. And somebody, actually I know exactly who it was. I think it was Tomas Hovey, the guy that gave me my nickname. If you've watched my History of Merfolk videos, he basically put a standard deck together and played an extended tournament, and just annihilated it. I think we have to mulligan this. There's really nothing early. Nothing early. There's no good here. We really need that root maze. We really need... Okay, now here we go. This is going to be it. Yeah. This is as good as it's going to get. As good as it's going to get. But he can always just go off on turn 1. That turn 1 Necro is just... I remember I played Necro in the Necro Winter, and it was definitely a powerful deck, but when you have stuff like Force of Will... So now that he's got the Necro, we've got to just play the Lyris to save our life. Yeah. Root Maze is just such a strong card. I mean, now he can just tinker. Oh wait, we totally forgot about Mana Vault. Tinker away the Mana Vault and have black up for the ritual. Mana Vault into Mana Vault. Maybe he just has the jar. He just has the jar straight up. I mean, is this fair magic right here? I play a turn 1 drop, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 permanents down, and a possible 14 damage straight to me. He needs to get a Megrim, though. He needs to either tinker for another memory jar, oh, he's got the diamond. Oh no, here comes the tinker. But that actually still doesn't get him there because he needs a dark ritual. I'd like to try out the tinker deck. Okay. We are drawing. There goes one of my root mazes. If he doesn't have Dark Ritual into Megrim, looks like he's going to tinker again for another jar. Or maybe this is just the Megrim. So, oh no, it's another tinker. Well, this is actually very good for us because he's already gone through. Yeah, he's going for it. So he needs Dark Ritual, Lotus Petal, Megrim in his hand. There's the Dark Ritual. And is this the Megrim? No, it's a Mana Vault. That's strange. Maybe just he's going to play Megrim off the vault. I mean, it doesn't matter. We die if he has Megrim because we've had 3 activations. Yawgmoth's Will. Oh yeah, that is a thing. That may have been a reason to play that Thran Dynamo. Is to get around Yawgmoth's Will. That was one other possible card we could have brought in. So he needs to make sure that yeah, this is super interactive Magic, right? We've just been sitting here just twiddling our thumbs. This is the way Magic's meant to be played, right? Though, to be fair, I mean, we've got some fairly, you know, broken cards. Yeah, there we go. That was just so fun and interactive, folks. Though we do have the shittiest deck. Maybe we'll try another one after this and see if we can get a different deck. I was watching somebody's stream and it was just so stupid. They just sat there and like loaded up the league, saw what deck they got, canceled out of it, loaded another one. They wasted like 400 play points until they got, you know, they got one of the decks, but it wasn't Academy and it wasn't, you know, Jar. Yeah, I want to join the match. I want to join the match out wild. Okay, here we go. We've got... Yeah, we're going to keep this, and I think we're going to learn from our mistake, and we're going to lead off with Lyrist. Because, you know, this could be Academy. It is Academy. Cool. Can we get a Forest? We can. There's the Lyrist. I mean, it just feels so bad when they put a deck like this in with the likes of, you know, Replenish, Academy, Jar, Bargain, like any of these decks. Alright, Wasteland would be good here. Oh, guys, Cradle is good too. But we have to leave the Lyrist up. So it looks like we are just playing a Pouncing Jaguar and saying go. Intuition. Intuition it is. Maybe they knew I had Academy, you know, a couple hours ago. And they were like, okay, we're giving you the shit deck. Vault it is. Maybe I should have considered playing this Cradle to play this in case I got in case he casts Time Spiral. But it doesn't really look like he's going to do that. He's probably going to actually cast Windfall. In which case I should have played the Cradle. Oh, now he's got the Academy. So this is going to be a Time Spiral. Yep. Let's see what he's gonna do here. Another Time Spiral. Okay, we got our Cradle back. And we got a new Tabi Orangutan, which is cool. But it just seems so bad when you're just, you know, sitting here twiddling. But as we saw with our deck before, we lost some games because we just didn't draw gas. You know, and that definitely might happen to him. Well, he's got a Scroll Rack. But actually, you know, if he's fizzled out right here and it's not the top two, then we get a big shot at it. Big shot at it. Oh, he's got stroke. Stroke for 8. Intuition. Okay, so this is going to be intuition into mind over matter, I guess. Even though I have a lyrist. Or, no, because he's already exiled 2 time spirals, right? So he wouldn't be able to get that. Oh, but he could get Windfall. Shit. Yeah, Windfall seems good. Yeah, we really fucked up by not playing that Cradle instead of that Forest. I should have realized how strong that was. Oh, Wasteland is good, though. Just goes on forever, doesn't it? Well, now we got Cradle and Wasteland and another lyrist, but he could still fizzle. Though usually you're not gonna, you know, like if you saw my last video, you're not going to do shit like double scroll rack or whatever unless you have another gas spell. You're gonna hold back some of your artifacts and shit in your hand. We got 2 creatures out though this time. We got 2 creatures out. Okay. Yeah, he stroked for fun. So, what's his end game here? Ah. There we go. He can untap his vault, and then he can play another Windfall or Time Spiral. Oh no, he's looking. He is certainly looking. So we obviously made a good choice in putting that lyrist out there. We've gone through 3 time spirals. If we can get a 4th time spiral and then get him to like intuition for mind over matter, maybe we can win. Boy, these decks were broken. This is, you know, okay, here we go. Nah, but he still has 1 time spiral left. But what is he looking for? Like he's just going to set it up next turn? Yeah. I guess he's just going to set it up for next turn. Because he can't really play it. Yeah. We are going to do that. So we can Wasteland the Academy, hold up Lyrist. This deck is just so slow, and it's just meant to be a fast deck. Let's Wasteland the Academy. See what happens. We still have no way to kill him next turn. He has so many turns. You know, he can... You know. He's got multiple scroll racks. It's just like, geez. I would have been happy with any deck that has counter spells in it. Even like Replenish or whatever, where it just has a few counters. I would have been happy with that, because you do have some play. But as you can see... Okay... Academy. That's why Intuition is so strong, because it's any card. As long as you have 3 copies of it. Yeah, I mean, it's like, we might as well just concede here. Because even with the Lyrist, what he does is he's just gonna go off in response right here. Yeah, I'll just concede. Whatever. Alright, we need to sideboard out Overrun, and the Albino Trolls are too slow. We're going to bring in Thran Foundry. We're definitely going to bring in Root Maze. That's our best card. Choke is okay. So's the Orangutans. Wasteland, of course. So what else don't we want? Yeah, Wild Dogs, Jaguar. I guess Boa can be too slow. This is just too slow. I mean, I guess a turn 2 Orangutan. We just really need the Root Maze, but I mean, we've got 2 copies. Do we really? He's on a mulligan. Do we really turn down, you know, an aggressive opening here? But, you know, if he's smart, he might not drop a Monovault or whatever turn 1. Nope, he's dropping his Monovault turn 1. And do a key and do an untap. Yeah. Okay. Here's this Sex Monkey. If you had never noticed, like, this card was called Sex Monkey because there's these 2 monkeys basically humping in the background, and it's just so bizarre that I don't know, maybe they had less quality control on their okay, here we go. Alright, so let's calculate this out here. He's on 20. So I think it's better to go Rancor into Rancor. Jaguar. And then we'll have the Echo plus Treetop activation equals 6, 7. Okay. So we got him on that one with the Sex Monkey. We just really, like, what else? Like, am I missing anything? I mean, Overrun is just, Overrun, like, how this deck could really just get people is Overrun Guy's Cradle, you know what I mean? You throw out a bunch of 1-drops in, like, your 3rd turn, you could pop a Cradle with, like, 4 creatures out. Okay, we've got the Orangutan, but we're on the draw. So I think this is where I would be just fine aggressively mulliganing for a Root Maze. Or a Lyrist. I mean, the Foundry's okay, but this is too slow. He'll go off before that. I guess we have to keep it because it is something that breaks up his combo. Yeah, I really wish we had 4 Root Mazes. 4 Root Mazes would have made this deck much better versus a lot of these combo decks because it just slows them down a turn. And we just have to sit here doing nothing. Or maybe he'll be a gracious... yeah, if it's intuition, we're just... no, stroke 4, that's fine. We still have a shot. I was going to say, if it's like intuition, mind over matter, you know, into a gas spell, I mean, Lyrist isn't going to stop that. Yeah, we just got no pressure on him. Maybe that's a reason not to aggressively mulligan because, you know, maybe I mulligan too aggressively there. Root Maze really wouldn't have done that much. This is just so stupid. Yeah, I think we screwed ourselves over. I probably should have just kept that hand that had like the Lyrist plus. Alright, now this is okay. How about Wild Dogs? Yeah. That's about another Lyrist. Now that might give us some play. Oh, he actually brought counter spells in? Wow. Why? That doesn't make sense to me. There's the Root Maze. Okay, so I guess let's just cast a Wild Dogs. Maybe I should have cast the Root Maze, but I don't know. Capsize? He brought Capsize in? Are you kidding me? What is going on here? You have intuition. Oh no. Yeah. What the hell is happening? Is this like a strategy? What the hell is happening? All right. Yeah. We've seen enough. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. I mean, I guess Capsize is reasonable, but it just seems... I guess that was one of those cases where I think that was a completely wrong sideboard strategy, but because of how aggressive we mulliganed and we didn't have any board presence, we didn't really have anything going on, it was fine because it allowed him to just sit there while we sat there, and we had like, you know, 6 turns went by and we just did nothing. Okay, can we get some of our money back? I would like to play first. No 1-drop. I think you mulligan. Okay, now this seems fine. Let's keep. He's on a mull to 5. I'd like to put that on the bottom. He went to the bottom. see what we got here. He's got no lands. Cool. Rancor up our shit here. We'll just play a Wasteland, say go. Do we just run out the orangutan? Just let's think about this here. That would be 5. Okay, let's see. If we put it out, that's a 3-turn clock. This is where like an overrun would be cool. But I'm guessing he has like Incinerate or stuff like that. You should use it now if you have it. Oh, this is oh, yeah, this is the deck that won Worlds. I think I have the whose deck was this? It's like Kai's deck, I think. Let's see. Replenish, Wildfire. Oh yeah, Kai. It was Kai's deck. This right here was like one of the, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Does he have Fire Blast though? So we'll go over here with it. Okay. So for this deck, this is a Wildfire deck. We definitely want all the monkeys and we want the overrun out. And the Wasteland comes in because they have Ancient Tombs and that kind of interesting stuff. The Lyrists can come out because they don't run enchantments. We definitely want Root Maze. Let's see. Constant Mists. They have like this dragon. Maybe the Masticore could be good. I think the Regenerators are good. What kind of burn do they have? They don't really have burn. What can he bring in? He can bring in Earthquake. He's going to bring in Earthquake. So maybe with Earthquake we take out some of the Giant Growths. Could be the cut. Masticore. Masticore versus Masticore. It's so crazy how this guy's in the loser's bracket with me when, yeah, I've got like the worst deck just because it has barely any interaction. It has no real good cards to hose any of these decks. You know, it's obviously like the weakest deck, and he's got the deck that won Worlds. That's an incredibly freaking no mana though. Better. No, I already have one. Okay, there's his Curse Scroll. There's our Jaguar. Just wish we had more than just the monkeys to kill his artifacts. Yeah, see, this is where it's dangerous. Now we're in Wildfire territory just right here. Okay. So I think actually we want to use Gaia's Cradle as our land. Because if he does Wildfire, do we really want like a Cradle in our hand with no creatures? At least with this we've got that. We've got the ability to play a Troll. Alright, so now I can Wildfire. Which is what he wants to do. Or Covetous Dragon, stuff like that. Yeah. Well, we got that one handled. We've got the Covetous Dragon handled. Covetous Dragon is nice because it doesn't die to Wildfire. Now he can't untap, so if we just wasteland his City of Traders here, we've got him on 3 lands. He had a mountain, which is okay. I mean, if he wildfires, obviously. Okay, 1 Power Stone. That's a strong card. He's just gonna 6 us. Good card here. So I believe the play is just he does have his Curse Scroll for the Jaguar. So I'm guessing the play is just Albino Troll. Right? Or is it? Actually, I think we just have to go all in. He's got 1 card left. So it's just going to be Albino Troll. And then just Rancor up this. He doesn't have any direct damage or anything. Giant Growth up this. For 7. And hope he doesn't have Wildfire. If he has Wildfire, you know, it's over. Which is why you play this deck. So he's not just slamming a Wildfire here. I see. He's waiting in his upkeep because what he's thinking about is he can for sure kill the Jaguar with the Curse Scroll. But then you just put a Rancor back into my hand and I've got a Troll. You've got me on a 3 turn, but I've got you on a 2 turn. So he's thinking about his draw. Maybe. This is such a cool deck, this Wildfire deck. I thought it would have been a deck I would have liked. But the Wildfire deck has just... it just is so... it's so fair, if that even can be applied to it, compared to... compared to some of these other decks. I mean, yeah, you have Artifact Acceleration and Wildfire, but you know. Man, doesn't he know we're recording? I don't know. No, he went to his main phase. Drew a land. No, he's not doing anything. Okay. Right, what do we do? Do it with Cradle? Yeah, let's do it with Cradle. Another Jaguar. We're going to sit back on our Curse Scroll now. So now the question is, do we use ours and get the sure damage in or not? 7. Yeah, I think we do. Pouncing Jaguar. So can we dodge a... We're obviously trying to dodge an Earthquake or a... Though an Earthquake for him wouldn't be the best. I'd take him down to 4. That's 2 activations. I guess it would be okay. Ah, there's the old Aperture. So if you've never seen this card, you just pay 5 and shuffle your library, and then you can... for free. It's kind of the original. I mean, there's this whole reveal the top card of your library and play it for free effect has been reprinted on a lot of different cards, but that Aperture, I believe, was the... Now he's got to use his Tomb, though. Yeah, dangerous. So we just don't want something like Wildfire revealed. Worn Power Stone was revealed. Okay, that's fine. Land? Wild Dogs. Okay, okay. Alright. This is precarious. To be sure. So I'd like this to tap for 3, but I'd also like a card. You need a card in your hand for Curse Scroll to work. So I guess we'll do Pouncing Jaguar, because we can cycle this Wild Dogs as well. And we'll Rancor up the Troll. Now the question is, do we go for the attack and the regenerate? Kill the dragon. And then he's got 2 draws basically to kill us. Or we leave the regen up. I think we'll just be aggressive. This is an aggressive deck, right? You just want to be aggressive. Just hope we don't get popped. So he's not slamming anything. He's got plenty of non-Ancient Tomb mana to get this Aperture going. But maybe he drew something like another Covetous Dragon, or maybe like another Cursed Scroll. And he's trying to figure out how to make it work. Like another Cursed Scroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus another Cursed Scroll. He could kill off the troll. Yeah, he wants to use the Aperture, so he didn't get anything good. Ooh, Karn Silver Golem. That's not bad. That is not bad. And then he can make like his Cursed Scroll into a blocker. It's a great blocker for the troll because it gets turns into an 08 when it blocks. Now he needs to drop whatever else is in his hand if he wants this Cursed Scroll to be a thing. Ooh. Yeah, you don't want to do that. He's like, oh yeah, I forgot. See what he names. So we got a 50-50 chance of keeping this. So we're going to have to kill him with the scroll. Covetous Dragon. So he did have a Covetous Dragon. So he named Masticore and revealed Covetous Dragon. So he's got Masticore and Covetous Dragon. To do that, alright. He's going to have one more go around. That is for sure. Okay, you have an 08. So now we get to keep our Gaia's Cradle. If he... Alright, so he drew a land. We know what he's got in his hand. He's going again for this Aperture. This Aperture can get crazy when you have like Voltaic Keys. I've played this deck before where you just like untap Aperture, use it again, and you know, you get like 3 activations in a single turn. So now I think he's trying to decide what route he wants to go. He knows I have a Cursed Scroll, which is 2-turn clock for him if he can't get rid of my mana. Do they play? No, they don't play Wasteland. They do play Spell Shock. What's that? Whenever a player casts a spell, it does 2 damage. Spell Shock seems like what they want versus the combo decks. Like really your only chance is to do something like a turn 2 Spell Shock versus Jar. Okay, so he's going to make a dude. What is he going to do? Make all his dudes into dudes? Can he kill us that way? Apparently he's going to try. Okay. So how much does he hit us for? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Yeah, that's 14, homie. Tap him. Tap him. I think he figured out where he fucked up. Yeah, he figured out where he fucked up. He already did it. Too bad that he didn't go for it. He dies in my upkeep if he doesn't do this anyway. So what do we kill? The Aperture, I guess. Alright. Wild Dogs. Ooh. And we are at 2. Now what happens? We get our 40 play points. Well, that was a lot quicker than last time, and we went from the best deck to the worst deck. So we were 1 and 2 that time. So let's just chalk that one up to they've got to give the bad deck to someone, right? I don't even think that mono green deck should even be in this gauntlet. It's like free wins for more than half the decks. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching that. I need to get back to rendering the first video so we have something to post. Give me a like, a comment, a subscription, some sort of something, you know, shitty comment, hey, where's the fucking merfolk, anything, and we'll see y'all in the next video.